Thank you to Nancy and Citrus Valley Association of Realtors. They are awesome here in Southern California. And my name again is Jonathan Bernasso. I've been in solar for about 7 years. I do have some real estate background. And we're going to go ahead and share my screen here. If you have questions, feel free to type them in the chat box. I'll try to get to them probably at the end. And we do have a mixed crowd here. So we may have some solar consultants listening in. We're going to have a lot of real estate agents, maybe some lenders on here as well. And some of my own teammates in solar have invited other realtors to watch this as well. So get back with the appropriate person afterwards, but we're going to do some great training on real estate and solar, and hopefully I can give you some nuggets to help your business and your clients. All righty, hopefully you can all see my screen. So the agenda today is going to be to talk about, obviously, solar, how I can help you, tips and tricks. If you have a listing with solar, we need to advertise it correctly. If you're representing buyers, we need to know what that deal is all about. General info, negotiating listing versus buying side, the new laws in California that we're seeing, appraisals, does it add value? Why is it so popular? And of course, I have a referral option, and then we'll answer some questions as well. And I consider myself the solar property brothers. So my brother and I here, we're twins, and we are both in solar. A little bit about your speaker today, myself. I've been in solar for about 7 years. I have worked, like Nancy said, at Sunrun, Tesla, Solar City. I do work with Power, Sonova, and other nationwide companies. I have a large team of solar consultants and some of the best mentors in the industry across the country, mostly California though. I've met the CEO of Sunrun and the CEO of Power. I have over 600-700 clients in Southern California and across the country. So I'm well versed to help you guys in real estate and help your clients. Just like to shout out that my team here in the top left, we just got back from building a home in Mexico. We donated the home and the solar panel. This home doesn't even have electricity. And here at my team, we really like to give back. I'm from Claremont. I went to Cal Poly Pomona. I'm on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce in Claremont, and my license plate is Solar JB. All right, let's get into it, guys. So your clients are going solar with or without you. You know, 1 in 4 homes, I believe, in the next 5 years will have solar. Wrap your heads around that. 1 in 4 homes could have solar in 5 years. And we need it, right? I think our environment needs it. It's the right thing to do. It is the most expensive home purchase item your clients will make on their home. Like, how huge is that? Are you going to let them go with a bad deal, a tax lien, a door knocker, a bad lease? Or can you help them and educate them and be the trusted, educated professional for the home that you help sell them? The day will come where there's no more gas cars, right? Whether we like it or not, the administration here is really pushing electric vehicles and solar. So this picture here is in Eastvale, kind of Fontana area, for those of you familiar in Southern California. And like, what do you see here? I mean, more homes have solar now in these areas than don't have solar. So this is really important in the real estate industry to be somewhat educated or have a trusted solar professional on your speed dial, right? So make sure that someone on my team or someone that invited you here, you partner with, because who's going to pay crazy electric rates, right? Who's not helping the environment? There's fires in California, weather events, people are running their ACs, pretty much a heat wave across Oregon and Italy and everywhere, right? It's crazy. We have COVID right now. People are home more. They're going to be working from home more. So this is really important in the real estate industry for many, many reasons. And just a few facts here. 130 million homes are plugged into the dirty energy grid. Only about 4% of those homes have solar, 4 to 5%. So 90 million homes or so qualify to go solar. Only about 2 to 3 million homes are currently on solar. So your clients want choices. 69% of them want more choices when it comes to their energy. Who wants to pay a $800 Edison bill in the summer or $1,000 LADWP bill? Probably not most people. So 88% of people support renewable energy, the biggest purchase they're going to make on their house. And 62% would say they would be interested in solar for their homes. All right. Now, I know we all hate hero, pace, and tax liens, right? They're nasty. The contractors are not always the most ethical. They give bad deals. They take first position. They can't be subordinated. And then there's leases. Some leases are not good. Some are pretty good. So kind of 50-50 on leases. The new solar of today, especially in California, is cash, loan, finance, paid for systems, right? Purchasing it. We want to own it and eventually pay it off. So that is what we're seeing more and more of. And if they're not with the right solar person, they could be getting a nasty lease that might not be in their best interest. So there's really two main options when it comes to solar, ladies and gentlemen. Option one is leasing it or renting it. And option two is owning it. Okay, so let's talk about the leasing. It's often referred to as a PPA, power purchase agreement, or a rental solution. Now, the energy is likely cheaper from the solar than the utility. Sometimes it's almost half, 11 to 17 cents on a lease versus 28 cents to Edison today, or 36 cents to San Diego. You don't own it. You don't get a tax credit. There's no loan and there's no cash though. Generally, credit requirements are 630. Leases do have a UCC1 fixture filing. That is an instrument that is put onto the solar. It does not take first position. It can be transferred. It can be lifted in a refinance. It's pretty easy to work with. So someone else is owning and insuring this solar system when it's leased. Usually there's an annual increase, right? So if your buyers are looking at a home with a lease, you want to ask the agent and the owners, give me a copy of that contract. Does your price go up every year or is it fixed? Is it a good price or is it a bad price, right? We need to figure those things out because some have annual increases on the lease. They can be transferred to the new buyer most of the time, right? So if you're the listing agent, you want to say, hey, this home has a great solution, nothing out of pocket, cheaper than the utility, fully insured and warranted. And you want to make it a positive thing, right? You don't want to say, I don't know, or it's bad, or you have to take this. No, it's better. It's better for the pocketbook. It's better for the environment. And usually they're 20 to 25-year contracts. So you need to get a copy of the contract. And at the end of the agreement, there's usually options like buying it, removing it, renewing, or upgrading. So that is a lease and power purchase agreement. A lot of realtors, you guys out there will hit me up and say, Jonathan, can you look at this contract? Can you talk to my buyer? Can you just help me understand it a little bit? And so my team and I offer that solution to help you and your buyers or your sellers. Okay, option two, purchasing or owning solar, right? You do get a tax credit, which is nice when you purchase the system. Whoever the owner is of the home at time of purchase gets the tax credit. So for example, a 20K system today in 2021 with a 26% tax credit can get $5,200 back from the government. It'd be great to tell your clients who are looking for a tax break about this. It can add value to the home if it's paid off. I know that's debatable, and I'll get into that a little bit more. You can get a loan to finance solar these days, 5, 10, 25 years. Any solar with a loan usually, again, has a UCC1 fixture filing. Loan Pal, Good Leap, Sunlight Financial, Sonova, all can be lifted during a refinance or transferred at time of a sale. Pretty easy to work with. Sometimes there's a $100, $200 fee to transfer it to somebody else. Now, some of you have sent me bad deals. They're usually PACE, Hero, tax liens, right? Those are nasty most of the time. Those take first position. They're in the tax bill. They cannot be transferred during a sale. They have to be paid off 90% of the time. Usually it's a 30, 35 year, 5% interest rate, and it's just not great. And they cannot be subordinated. At time of sale or refinance, they have to be paid off. So those often are not very pretty. Some people do it when they don't have a credit score and they just have some equity in the home and they want to do some upgrades and improvements. So watch out for that and watch out for bad leases. So ownership, though, with a loan is becoming the most popular. As solar prices drop, most people in California are purchasing these days with a loan if they need one, 0 down. So there is a 26% federal tax credit till the end of next year. Then it's scheduled to go down and go away. So we have a limited time left for the federal tax credit. And also there's limited time left for the utility incentive, which I'll show you right now. So Solar 101, the way it works, they go on the roof. There's usually a roof warranty, right? There's usually warranties on the system. We have to find those out if your buyers are buying a home with solar. They are installed. They're very durable. You could wash them once a year for $100. It's not required, but that's recommended. There's some conduit. There's a combiner inverter, and then it connects to the home. The home uses the energy. Anything extra goes back into the grid as a credit. At night, you can take energy back from the grid. So you don't always need batteries. Those are getting more popular. Some people want generators. So if your client lives in North Upland, where when the wind blows, they turn off the power for 4 hours because they don't want their towers sparking and causing fires, right? You know, that homeowner may want a battery or may want a generator. We're seeing more and more blackouts, which is a good talking point with your homeowners. And homeowners are already asking, when you're showing them homes, what's my summer bill gonna be, right? In Fontana with a 2-story pool home, what's my summer bill gonna be? I'm worried about this. So this is definitely something that we should be bringing up to homeowners and buyers. Okay, so this is a friend who went solar in Diamond Bar. When you have a buyer looking at a home with solar, you may want to ask for a copy of the electric bill from the current owners. Of course, you want the contract, right? But let's also ask for a copy of this electric bill. Let's see what's going on. You know, is the current owner only paying 10 or 15 bucks a month? Some months they're earning credits, other months they're above the line. So 7 months in, this homeowner in Diamond Bar has a credit of 110 bucks and is only paying $10 to $15 minimum connection fee. Whether they have a loan payment for the solar or cash, this is what a good Edison bill looks like if the solar is working properly. So this is the goal for myself and for solar professionals when we're helping homeowners go solar. Okay, so that UCC1 fixture filing, just to get a little bit more detailed, again, leases, PPAs, rentals, and most solar loans have a UCC1 fixture filing. Some people say it's not necessarily a lien because it does not take first position. It can be subordinated, transferred, and lifted. It's just expressing interest of the ownership on the solar. And then the other thing that we may see out there is a tax lien. Again, the Hero and PACE programs, not very pretty, take first position, not great terms and rates. So we want to really look at, especially if your buyers are buying a home with solar, what is it that's on there? Is it a loan? Is it paid off? Is it a tax lien? And any solar professional can help you navigate this. All right, so how myself or my team or your solar professional can help you. If you ever take a listing with a solar system, email us, email them. If you ever make an offer for a buyer on a listing with solar, reach out. If you want to review any solar contract, hey, Jonathan, my buyers are looking at this home. It's got a monthly payment of $150. I think it's a lease. Can you just check it out? No problem. Valuation, if the home is paid off solar and you want to know maybe a little bit of a valuation, reach out. If you want us to talk to your buyer, hey, Mr. Buyer, you were living in a condo before, right? Right. Your electric bill was $100. Okay. Well, you're getting a 2-story home with a vaulted ceiling and a big pool. Any idea what that bill could be? No. Are you going to get an electric car? Right. So you really need this solar system. This is great. You should listen to this listing agent or your buyer's agent. Like, this is cutting your bill in half. So it's having these strategic conversations and knowing how to market it appropriately and what to say. And a lot of people don't know that your Edison bill can go down to $15-20 a month with the right solar system. So just some tips and tricks to know here. So yeah, we're, any solar professional on my team will just be your free resource. I think it's great to partner and work together and just make them your solar gal or guy. So some more tips and tricks. Like I mentioned, always ask the owner for a copy of the solar contract or what company they went with. Have them dig up their files, search their emails, because it's important, right? With the warranties, we need to know the warranties, the roof warranty, whether you're selling the home as a listing agent or whether you're the buyer's agent. These are important. Another pro tip, ask the owner for a copy of the Edison bill, especially if you're the buyer's agent. You want to see if this system's really living up to what it said it would do and helping these current owners, right? So get the contract, get a current Edison bill or true up bill at the end of their 12-month period. Did they owe a bunch of money at the end of the year, or did Edison give them a check back at the end of the year? And then some systems have production monitoring, online monitoring. You can actually monitor the system online. So see if the system has that as well. Now, there's a lot of nationwide companies. I like nationwide companies. I think they're reputable. They'll be around for a bit. This provider's in 18 states, and they give a 30-year warranty, parts, labor, and roof. So important to know who you're going with, who the solar system's with, and what the warranties are. Couple negotiating tips. If you're on the listing side, again, partner with a solar pro and market it appropriately. This is a great zero down solar rental system. Your average bill is $160 versus $400 in the summer. It's fully insured, no loan, no debt, no cash. So make sure to describe it in the description, private remarks or public remarks. Make sure to put it appropriately and know what you're talking about. Because oftentimes the listing agent's just like, oh yeah, it's like $160, I think, and I don't know what it does, or sorry, right? And that's not going to help get the home sold. So let them know what the utility bill would normally be and what you're listing the solar system on your list. Now, if you're on the buy side, this one's always fun for me. If you reach out, we can go over that contract, right? And I can tell you, this lease really isn't that good. There's leases today that are much better. So how about you ask for a credit equal to 1 to 2 years of payments, right? So let's pretend it's $100 monthly payment. You're going to ask for 2 years of credits. Like, hey, my buyer doesn't want this lease. It's not very good. I had it checked from other solar pros. We want a $2,400 credit to cover 2 years of payments. So if you're on the buy side, again, if it's not a great deal, try to ask for a little bit of credits. And also another option is if it is a lease or not paid off, if there's a loan or a lease, there is usually a buyout option at time of sale. So you can ask the sellers to pay a portion of the buyout quote. Whatever solar company is on that house, you can call that company and say, hey, what's the buyout option? This house is being sold. How much would it be to buy it out? Oftentimes leases are not very cost effective. They are kind of expensive with a buyout on a lease. Okay, so all new homes in California legally require solar, and most ADUs are requiring solar on detached ADUs, right? So if your homeowners are buying an ADU with a contractor, if it's detached, they will have to likely have a few solar panels on it. If they're buying a new home, it should legally require solar. So that's starting already. Other states and cities are adopting this. So we are going to see this continue on for the legal requirements and mandates on new homes and ADUs. ADUs are super popular, by the way. I'm sure there's training through CVAR and ADUs. Man, I have so many clients that are getting ADUs right now with California and the rent prices and the property prices, right? So really important here on the ADUs that have to have solar. Now, I know a lot of you say solar is ugly, and these blue and white panels or silver borders, you know, when I was 18 years old, I'm just kidding, they weren't very pretty, but now we have these black on black panels, right? So I hired a photographer, videographer here to take a sunset picture, which I'm sure you all spend the money on your listings, right, to do this, to capture this black on black panels in North Claremont, Padua Hills. Or this home in Eastvale, you can see the black on black, no blue, white borders, silver lines, right? So if you're gonna recommend solar to your clients or keep an eye out as you walk the neighborhood, the black on black does look much better today. To throw it out there, there's solar roofing tiles. If the entire house needs a new roof, they're very expensive. The technology is not proven. The prices I've seen shoot up once they actually get out there, and they end up declining a lot of the homes to solar roof tiles. So it's not a proven thing yet, maybe in a couple years. Right now, panels with the utility incentives and the tax credits are truly the best option for your clients. Okay, so solar valuation and appraisals. This is a debatable hot topic because Zillow, the most trusted resource for home values, just kidding. They do say it can add 4% of value, right? If you're in Los Angeles or Santa Monica or certain cities, and you're including a paid off solar system, when that house was throwing away $4 to $5 grand a year to the utility, and you're including a paid off solar system, that will absolutely add home value, in my opinion. The Department of Housing and Urban Development says the homes are more attractive in a competitive market if it actually saves you some money and they can sell quicker. US Department of Energy, homes sell faster with solar panels. A Berkeley lab study says that solar does add home value when included with the home. So I say it only is on paid off solar when you can add some valuation. If there's two homes in Fontana, one has paid off solar and one doesn't, identical homes, which one is going to be more attractive to your buyer? Obviously the one that includes paid off solar. And shoot, the price could be 20 or 30 grand more on that home to go ahead and sell that home or buy that home with solar. Now, there is a little struggle with appraisers. So you do need to talk to the appraiser if it has paid off solar, maybe show them a copy of the contract, let them know it's paid off, so that they can add some value to it. But that is a struggle right now. Our appraisers do need to be a little better educated on paid off solar. They don't even want to ask about the solar. They don't even want to bother with it. So if it's paid off, make sure to work with your appraiser. And then as far as valuation goes, you could add about $600 to $1,000 per solar panel when you are pricing your home with paid off solar. Depending how old the solar system is, what equipment was used, certain things like that, but just a broad range, you could add some value if it's paid off solar. And again, 2 identical homes, one with paid off solar can add some value. Work with appraisers because they don't want to bother with it. Leases, rentals, power purchase agreements do not add home value. Okay. And then I'll take one quick question. Do solar panels work on cloudy and rainy days? Yes, they do. They may only perform at 10% of their normal output. Anytime you walk around outside and you don't need light, you can see if there's light in the sky, then the solar can produce some energy, but likely it's going to be around 5, 10, or 15% of the normal output. So, kind of the last few slides here, why solar is important, why now, why is every block doing it? It's getting cheaper. The utility rates are going up like crazy, 10 to 14%. There's some tax credits. Everyone on the block's looking into it. New homes legally require it. Me and my team we're kind of cool. We have some fun at what we do with renewable energy here. Here's a battery. So again, some customers want batteries to back up in case of a blackout. A common question, good to know for your clients, unless a home has a battery or a generator, even with solar, they will still experience a blackout. The only way to have energy during a blackout is to have a battery or to buy a generator. And I have helped a few, mega lenders in our area in Southern California, Tim Manfro, Francisco, Celeste in Claremont, George in Upland. So we definitely take care of a lot of the lenders even for this. So I know that was a lot of information. I want to get into some questions here, but last 2 things, everyone. Again, we're a free value to you. We'll look at contracts. We'll help you list it. Hopefully you picked up a few nuggets here when you're showing homes and helping listings and things like that. But if you do schedule 2 hours a week on your calendar, call your past customers and check in with them. I guarantee 20 to 30% are already looking into solar. I have realtors that give us lots of referrals. Their clients are already looking into it. We have a heat wave right now. What better time to reach back to your clients, get some referrals for yourself, and ask them what their electric bill's like. So any solar consultants that you work with, myself, my team, or anyone else, they usually have a referral program, like $1,000 is pretty popular. And there's even other options to get higher commissions per deal as well, or even sell yourself at cost, get yourself a free quote. Anyone that has a big home, swimming pools, vaulted ceilings, a new home buyer that's going to be in the home for 10 years, electric cars, 2-story homes, large bills, wants to help the environment, has a big tax appetite. These are all slam dunks for your clients that you're helping or have helped in the past. And we even have I help with all your real estate needs, loans, homes, and solar. So before the Q&A, I'll just leave my contact information up here and I'll look at the chat to go over some questions that have been typed in. But here's my contact info. If you want to reach out to me, if you're not working with a solar professional already, you can send me a text. The best way is an email. Go ahead and screenshot this screen or take a picture of it. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm pretty darn busy these days. So my twin brother, Chris, his phone number, cell, you could text or email. So again, we're a free resource to help you on your listings, to talk to your buyers, to look at a contract, and to help you navigate the solar, because it's coming, ladies and gentlemen, whether we like it or not, whether it's a little bit of a headache at times for us, whether it botched a deal, it's coming. It's going to be on 1 in 4 homes, 1 in 5 homes in the next 5 years, 10 years. So I really appreciate everyone listening to this, helping your clients with a trusted source, a good deal, helping the environment. I think it's the right thing to do. And just making sure you're the educated professional, right? That's why Nancy's here, Citrus Valley's here. The biggest purchase that your clients are going to make on their home, we should be able to speak to it and help them out a little bit and be the trusted source for your home buyers and your clients. So thank you everybody so much. Let's go ahead and look at some quick questions, and please type in any questions at all. We have a little extra time today, and this was recorded and will be put up on Citrus Valley's website. If you're in Texas, yeah, you can reach out as well. If not myself, we have Texas professionals on my team that can help you, Laura. And then Stala asked if we can get a copy of this PowerPoint. Please email me, Stala, but this video will be uploaded on Citrus Valley's resource, so you can watch it as well. Okay, so what happens when the system is lease owner sale? The new owner can purchase the system. So on leases, Julia, 9 out of 10 times, it's easiest just to transfer the lease payment to the buyer. You advertise it. This home has a monthly lease payment of $160, way cheaper than the utility, fully insured, repaired, warranted, monitored. That's the easiest. But most leasing companies do have a buyout option at time of sale. You can call them up and say, how much is it for the buyout? Oh, well, it's 27 grand. Okay, well, your buyer, the new owner, could pay it off. There's no tax credit on that technically. Or the seller and the buyer can come together and negotiate how to address that. But again, it's easiest to just transfer a lease. And then James asked, in addition to appraisal education, we need lender education. Yeah, the good solar loan actually reduces an owner's debt to income ratio. Yeah, that's a great point, James. I work with mortgage lenders. They're also okay to reach out or send me contracts. It's one of the only home improvements that add home value and decrease monthly expenses, right? It's really good. So yeah, lenders, we need to work with our lenders too, for all the realtors out there. Laura asked, no tax credit on transfers, only on new property. Yeah. So Laura, the tax credit only applies to the homeowner the year the solar was installed. So they are the one that can capture that tax credit. I'm not a CPA though, so triple check with the CPA, but it's for the homeowner only, and it's the year of installation that qualifies. What is the average amount of savings you can expect from solar on a single level home? Kathy asked. So every home is different. Some people have AC running 24/7, electric carpool. Some people work all day and they're a single, guy. Yeah, so every home is different. But if I had to answer that, with a loan, which is the most popular, a loan finance solar system, honestly, we're cutting bills 40 to 50% off in SoCal Edison right now. It's just insane with a 15 or 20-year loan. And then another add-on to that, Kathy, is how fast does this thing pay for itself? If I have the 30 grand cash and I get my 26% tax credit, $7,800, my net is $22K. But I'm spending $3,500 a year to Edison, right? So that's a 15% return on investment. And that will pay for itself in 6.2 years, assuming Edison's prices do not go up, which we know they're going to go up. So my parents in Claremont paid for solar cash 6 years ago. It paid for itself last year. So if someone has cash, if they want a guaranteed 16% return on their investment, add value to the home with the stock market so high, it is an amazing place to plant some money and help the environment. All right, Maria said, FYI, on sale, purchase, borrower would need to qualify for loan on purchase when it's a leased solar to be transferred or gets added to their DTI. Not sure if that was a question, but yeah, with a lease, they do have to qualify. It's usually about a 630 to 650 FICO, and then it qualifies. And depending on the lender and depending on the lease versus power purchase agreement, it could potentially have an impact on DTI. There's very subtle nuances. Every lender's different. It depends if it's a lease or a PPA, but there's a small chance that it could impact DTI. What is the average cost of a solar system? You mentioned it is significant, Stala asked. So the average size of a solar system today is about 7,800 watts or 7.8 kilowatt. That's the size of the system. And, you know, at $3.20 a watt, you could say the average price, Stala, is around 25K. It depends if it's financed or lease, electrical equipment or not, if they need some roofing work or not, but 25K minus 26% federal tax credit, $6,500 is a net cost of $18,470. The bigger the bill, the bigger the solar system will be needed. Daryl asked the FICO. I think it's FICO 9. I believe that's when we pull credit, you know, we generally use Experian depending on the lender. But that's going a little bit above my pay grade on that question. What is the solar company's process once we reach out that the seller is selling and there is a lease? It's always good to get a head start on that, right, Laura? So you want to call whether it's Sunrun or Vivint or Sonova or SunPower. If it's a lease, you want to let them know I'm the listing agent. I'll be representing the sellers. You know, they'll kind of give you some tips and tricks. And once you're in escrow, likely you'll call them back, provide some information. They will lift the UCC1 fixture filing, and then they will put it back once the sale is done. So yeah, definitely reach out. The sooner the better, and they'll help navigate that. If it's like Tesla, Solar City, there's a back end number for that, but the main customer service numbers usually work fine. Most leases are Vivint, Solar City, Tesla, Sunrun, or Sonova or SunPower. Those are the big five there. Well, I think we're kind of getting a little bit closer to the top of the hour. If there's any other questions, type it in now, and then I'm sure Nancy will come back on in a minute or two and wrap this up. But again, reach out to your solar professional consultant you work with, reach out to my team, reach out to myself. Any questions? We really want to make sure your clients have the best system and they don't get taken advantage of, and we do this the right way. So thank you again, everyone, for your time. Nancy, and the opportunity with Citrus Valley. Look forward to helping the community with solar. Thanks so much.